Hello everyone and welcome back to July Watercolor Month. This is day 4 of 31 days of watercolor challenge where I'm sharing a little project watercolor painting every day throughout July. So grab your supplies and let's get started. So first I'm going to cut a watercolor sheet for the size of bookmark. You can cut any size for it, but I'm cutting it a little shorter because I'm going to add a black paper behind it as well. And then I'm going to use a pencil to lightly sketch the design. I'm gonna create a moon and some twinkling stars around it with some clouds as well. So it's going to be a very dreamy kind of night sky watercolor bookmark. This is a simple and relaxing watercolor project, and that's perfect for beginners and makes lovely handmade gift. For these kinds of bookmarks, I like to add the white border by taping the edges. So we see a white border when we remove the tape. And I start with a very dusty pink watercolor and just outline the moon, and then I fill it with water inside so we get very light wash of pink. This is a very nice technique that I have been using from quite a long time. So outline whatever object you want to color and then just use water and spread it inside. And then here I picked up some pink because I wanted the center to be very light. Same thing I'm going to do with the clouds. After this, when it is still a little wet, I am going to use this dark brownish coral shade, and I'm just going to give another shade to the clouds and the moon so that we do not have just one monotone kind of, the color inside. So I'm adding a different one as well. After this, I will be using a chrome yellow and painting the stars. If you want, you can use a metallic golden color, but I stayed with the same watercolors. So I'm just filling it in with a flat wash of yellow. Added one more layer with that same brownish peachish color, and after letting it dry, I'm going to add to the background. I'm using this black and Payne's gray mixed together, which I feel is the perfect shade for a night sky. I have been enjoying using Payne's gray. That has been the favorite color for me to paint florals, to paint anything basically. So I love using Payne's gray, and here I mixed it with a little bit of black. So what we are doing is we are of course not going to paint inside the clouds, the star and the moon. So I'm just outlining it first, and then I fill the rest of the space, as you can see. So outlining the objects first makes it a little easier, and there is less chances that you make the mistake of painting inside of those objects. I'm now using a smaller round brush to add more details. So here I'm adding strings for the stars, and where we have painted the dark color, I'm using my Jelly Roll white pen and making the string and little knot on the top, so it looks much cuter with the knot. I use the same pen to add some tiny little dots which represent the stars. You can make some different star shapes as well, but I'm just putting dots. And then I use some lines around the moon to show and highlight its curve. Adding a little more details, like I am going to use very light pink to add the blush for the moon, and also I'm going to use the same pink and do some highlighting lines in the clouds. To add the eyes and the smiling features for the moon, I'm using this Sharpie pen. It's dual-ended. So on one side you have a thicker barrel, and on the other side you have a pen kind of tip. And I really appreciate Sharpie to creating this kind of a pen. This is waterproof as well, so you can use it for ink and wash cards as well. And I also use this on the strings that we created, which the stars are hanging. So you can add as much details as you want, also outlining the stars with it to give crisp line edges. I will also be using a golden marker to add little more dots for the stars. And with that, we are finished with our watercolor bookmark. I hope you enjoyed painting this dreamy moonlit bookmark with me. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And don't miss out the rest of my watercolor month series videos. And thank you so much for watching. Happy painting, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. Till then, take care. Bye bye.